What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Weight. I am your host, as always, Joseph Coizza, and on today's episode, we are talking about 7 easy tips to find out what's going to work when it comes for you for dieting. So now, dieting, there's a very straightforward and general outline of eat the right foods, eat the right amount of foods, and work out. Exercise. Take care of yourself. That's the basics of how to live a healthy life. But people don't want to do that. that's the unfortunate thing. It requires hard work and effort. And different diets for different things. Some people like keto. Some people like health protein shakes. Some people just do that. They eat what they eat. But they intake the right amount of nutrients. They have stuff like I did, like a deficit diet, weight loss transformations. All that come from people doing different things. There's a million ways to skin a cat, essentially. So this is 7 easy steps to find what's going to work for you. Obviously, self-awareness is the key to this. You need to know yourself. You need to know what is going to work for you. And here's some steps on how to find that. So one is finding your goals. What goal do you want to have? You want to start with some small, reasonable goals that will lead to a bigger goal. I was 300 pounds, basically 300 pounds. At my lowest, I was at 180. Now I'm working more on building muscle and getting my body in shape and less of like a weight loss, lose fat kind of thing, even though I'm still trying to, work on it a little bit. I'm much better, 90% of the way there than what I was before. What is your goal? Do you want to lose the first 5 pounds? Are you losing, you lose the first 5 pounds, but now you're 10, 20 pounds in and you're going for more? Are you now trying to build muscle? What is your goal? That is going to determine a big factor on what you do and how it's going to be successful in your diet. Obviously, someone who's just starting off, they're, 400 or 500 pounds and they want to lose weight. They're not trying to build muscle and do this. They just want to lose weight and become healthier. That's going to be a different kind of goal than someone like me, or maybe somebody like you. Something along those situations, you need to know your goal. And then you're able to select diets that work with your goal. Something like what I'm doing isn't going to work with you right now. I'm eating a lot more protein. I'm focusing on my complex carbs. I'm trying to lose, maybe like half a pound a week, or I'm, in some cases, gaining weight to build muscle. It depends, and I'm trying to work into it. I have friends who, don't do any exercise, but they just want to eat healthier. Different diets are going to work for different goals. Number 2 is going to be experience with your diet. And remember, this is no specific order. This is just 7 helpful tips that's going to help you select your diet. Your experience with diets. Is this your first time dieting? Have you been dieting? You're in a usually good shape, but now you really want to bulk up. Are you training for a movie? Are you doing something different? Are you someone who's experienced and has those knowledge, that sweet reps, and that energy and all this good stuff with diets? Or you're a complete novice? Are you getting into it and maybe it's a little intimidating with you? Different diets and different things are going to be sectioned off to different people. If you have more experience, you may be able to do a little more leeway with things. You're able to say, okay, I know I got to calculate my protein. I've been through this before. I know what works with my body. I know what doesn't. I'm a little more knowledgeable on it. When as a novice, it's like, I'm going to be finding out a lot of stuff. I don't know how much protein I have. I don't know how this thing's going to react with my body. Finding your experience level is going to help you tailor in your diet better. If you're new, if you're well experienced, if you're somewhere in between, setting that up then is going to help you select a diet, because something that requires a lot more knowledge base and energy, and I know my body's going to react differently to this when I do that, that's probably not the best solution for a novice. Someone who's just getting into it, downloading a reputable calorie app, following the process that it has, starting to do your research, which is going to be somewhere later on. I'm going to get into that. And setting that up, that may be better. It's a lot easier for you to kind of make that forward motion and say, oh, okay, I now know how my body is going to react to different kinds of foods. I know what foods I like and what I don't like. I know what foods have protein. Especially when you get into it, you're going to think, this food's really good for me, this food's not really good for me. And it may flip it on its head, like, fuck, this muffin is a lot worse than I thought. It has these sugars, it has these simple carbs. This is fucking horrible for me. I didn't think it was that bad. Now you learn because you're getting into it with your experience. Now you've been through that and you're able to know versus someone who knows, I can't have this, I can't have that. I know that if I do this, my veins are going to show more. If I have this much sugar, I'm going to blow it up like a balloon. Whatever it is, Number 3 is going to be sustainability. Sustainability is something that a lot of people don't factor into their diets when they first start out, especially. For something like if you're trying to be jacked and you're Hugh Jackman and you're going to be the new Wolverine, I'm very excited for that. If you're going to be Wolverine, your diet is going to be significantly different, and it's going to be more of a cut fat, show your abs, build muscle, yeah, look at me, I'm strong type of diet. And it's a very stressful thing to put on your body versus someone who's just trying to lose weight. If you're The Rock and you're preparing for Black Adam, again, another movie I'm very excited for, that's going to be a different kind of diet. All those people who do the superhero diets and work out and do that, they're like, I got to eat all the fucking time. I can't have anything I enjoy. Some people are like, nothing has flavor. I got to eat 4 meals a day. I got to do exercise. I got to do this. And other people who diet are just like, no, I'm happier now. Yeah, I have to change up the amount of foods I eat, the kind of cake and this and that, but I don't have to do all that. Sustainability. Your goal and your experience level is going to play a big factor into this. But leading to it up there, especially sustainability. Is this something you want to do forever? A diet, when you're starting and you're eating healthy, is something I personally feel you should try and do forever. Eat healthy, eat the right foods, give your body the nutrition it needs, the mind the nutrition it needs. Doing that forever. Maybe not the same way though. Maybe if you change jobs and you're more on your feet. Maybe if you're less on your feet now. Maybe if you're working harder. Maybe if you're working out more. Maybe if you change your area and the type of foods that you're having, or the foods that you enjoy, or you discovered new things. It's going to fluctuate with your sustainability. Something very intense, you can't sustain for that long. There was a quote, I forgot who said it, but I remember I heard it from Jason Capital, is, a man could do anything if it's not forever. So it's essentially that you could do whatever you want in a short period of time. It's not going to last forever. If I wanted to go gung-ho, balls to the wall, just chicken and brown rice, I could do that probably a couple months, maybe even a year. But it's definitely not something I could be forever. And if you go back and watch me being a vegan for a while, it's not something I would try forever. I could do it for a week or two, but it sucks and I hated it. It's not something I could do forever. That wouldn't be a positive diet for me. Maybe you are. Maybe you're vegan or vegetarian or something like that. That's something that would work for you. So sustainability, how often can you do it? Is this something you could continue doing forever, especially if it's a goal just, I want to lose weight and maintain a healthy physique? Or maybe your goal is, I want to bulk up. What diet? What are you doing? And the sustainability of it plays an important factor. Number 4, and hopefully why you're here, is research. You need to know what different things are going to do, what proteins are going to do, what complex carbs are, what the healthy type of fats are, blending fruit versus just eating fruit, how fiber affects your body, the types of things that's going to fill you up, what just works. A lot of people say, take these fat burners and do this and get this machine and do that. What fucking works? It could be overwhelming at first, but finding out what works best for you and doing your research. There's no substitution for research and just fucking doing it. Those are the two things that you need to do, is putting it into motion and finding out, hey, what can I practice at efficiently? Going and saying, hey, these are the people who are the kind of bodies I want. Here are the people who've done things that I want to do. What did they do? Finding that research. Someone who's 400 pounds, if you're 400 pounds and they lost weight and now they're a healthy weight, what did they do? What is something that they did? Okay, a wide majority of them did this kind of diet. They did this. Is that something I would enjoy? Is this sustainable? Do I know how it's going to react with my body? Okay, well, at least even if it's not, you now have research. Okay, this is something that works. Here's why this works. I know I need to have a lot of protein if I'm going to try and build muscle. What foods have protein? Doing all that research and finding out what works best for you is going to work really well of helping you find your diet. And then especially something that's going to build and increase your life, your mind, your body, everything. Finding out just generally what's in food, what's going on, doing your nutrition labels, reading stuff, figuring out what you need. I personally love doing fucking research, but doing your research and finding out where to start, those baby steps, and how it's going to affect your diet and what you're doing is going to affect your diet is extremely important. Tip 5 is going to be trying things out, finding what works. Now, of course, don't do anything stupid. Don't fucking hurt yourself. I want to see people in the news, oh, I only ate 900 calories and I took X amount of supplements and I only did this ab fucking machine. And don't do stupid shit, but try new things. Hey, keto looks like it would work for me. Let me try it. This looks good. I'm happy with it. This sounds great. Let me try it. A deficit diet, I'm not into keto. I'm not into all that. You know, I like carbs. Let me try just a deficit diet and work with myself and find what's healthy for me. And try it. If you don't like it, after a couple weeks, a month, and you're like, this fucking sucks, I'm going to hate my life if I do it, then you could change it. You could switch it up, maybe make adjustments to it, or if you say this diet is absolutely not going to work for me, this is fucking horrible, like a paleo diet or something, say it's not going to work for you. You're like, I missed processed foods, I don't want just meat, you know, or you're a vegetarian, you're like, I missed fucking chicken so much, yes, it's helpful, but I miss fucking chicken and steak and this and that, then you can change it. But trying new things, trying things smartly and figuring things out, that's the fucking core of life. Finding out what you like, finding out what you don't like. I would never find out that I enjoy YouTube if I didn't try it. I would never find out what works for my body if I didn't try things. You know, of course there's things that I changed, like I started a t-shirt company, I've done different things. Those things, again, in life, sometimes you're like, hey, you know what, it's not for me. Or a video game company, it's not for me. Same shit goes for your diet. Everything's connected. Hey, this kind of diet isn't for me. I tried the vegetarian diet to see what was interesting. I was fully willing to become a vegetarian if I fucking loved it. But the fact of the matter is, I didn't fucking love it. I hated it. I miss my chicken. I miss my cheeses for the vegan. I miss eating shrimp and food and beef and all. I missed that. That was fucking great for me. I enjoy food too much to do anything like that. So trying new things, you'll end up finding new discoveries. But again, try things smartly. Number 6 is going to be your environment. Finding out what your environment or the access to things you have around you. I have a friend, I had him on the show, Johnny Vinsel. He owns a health food shop or a healthy shake shop. And that is something that he did that worked very well for him. That's his diet. That's what worked for him. He lost a substantial amount of weight. There's been a lot of other people that lost a substantial amount of weight. He's had people I know, friends, people who actually went in, done the same things he did, and lost a substantial amount of weight. That is fucking awesome. But someone like me, if it's too far away, I don't have access to it. You know, I have access to it because I'm close enough. But if you're far away from something like that and you have to order the product or something like that, that may not be sustainable for you. Or your access to things. I don't want to spend, if you're changing up your diet and all that, that makes sense for somebody who wants to do that diet. I have alternative means of doing things, especially now. I'm focused more on protein. So a healthy shake or something like that may not be the best for me. So spending that money and doing that, especially someone whose income like myself fluctuate, I don't have a steady job, I don't have something like that, to where I'm spending a portion of income and like, yes, I have a paycheck coming and this is just my meal and all that. That may not work for me. So spending the money, getting access to the product, and then again, I also know all these other things that why it wouldn't work for me and what I want to do is different. That wouldn't work for me, but it may be great for you. Ordering product, you may have a steady job that you can go and say, hey, yeah, of course I could spend, you know, $10 a week, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know off the top of my head how much it is. Spending a couple bucks a shake, whatever it is, and doing that. That may be something that works for you. You may have access to capital to do that. You may have access to the website to set up for it, or somebody in your area, or you may live close and you could drive over there every day. That may be something that's easy for you. Same thing goes for environment. If you have health food stores near you, or if there's something that's super highly specialized and you don't have access to it, probably don't go on a diet that requires something that's super highly specialized. If it's a diet that requires something super highly specialized, not saying like the shakes or something, like you need to take this supplement and do this at this time and this fucking super palm oil, it's probably not a diet that's going to work anyway. But especially if it's something that requires something that you don't have easy access or capital to, probably not a diet that's going to work. 7 is your mindset. Going at it with the right mindset. If you go at it as, I'm willing to learn, maybe you don't know a lot, but you're trying and you're going to give it a shot, a lot more opens up to you. If you're a lot more closed-minded, negative person, you're going to have a very, very fucking tough time with this. You're going to have to open up your body and your mind for this. And it's going to be a lot of hard work to do stuff, so something that's more geared to your mindset. If you're a happy, positive person and you're okay with seeing steady results over a period of time, like investing, almost like a value investing type thing. If you're okay with reasonable goals over a period of time to get you where you fucking want to be, a diet based on that is going to be really helpful. A lot of people are very quick mindset though. I want the fast cash, I want this, I want to lose the weight, I want muscles, I want all that 3 months from now. One, I don't think there's a diet out there that's really going to get you that. But if there is, it's going to require a substantially large amount of fucking work. Like your Captain America level diet, like you work out 2 or 3 times a day, you're eating 4 fucking meals, you're not eating, you're not going out, or you're not eating shit, you're not going out, you're not getting a McDouble, you're not going and getting dessert, you can't have a fucking candy bar. There's different things. Your mindset and you're putting yourself in that goal. If you're someone who is okay with reasonable, strong goals over time, that mindset is going to get you a lot more options than someone who wants fast, this, now, right this second. That's not going to get you a lot of options, and you have a very limited amount of options in your types of diets, frankly. And number 8, which is the general gist of all this, self-awareness. Finding who you are, what you want, what your goals are, what you're trying to do out of life, your time, how much you can exercise, all that. Just knowing yourself, what you're capable of, and what you want to fucking do. What will make you fucking happy? Knowing yourself, knowing all that, that's the biggest tip I can give you for it. That's your bonus tip. Number 8 is just develop self-awareness. Ask yourself the hard questions. Figuring things out about you. If you're like, hey, I know I'm somebody who is very disciplined, who can do stuff, then you could pick a diet that's more disciplined. If you're someone who you know you need it fast, you want it now, you know nothing, but you just want to fucking go for it, gung-ho, then again, it's going to be tougher for you, but there's different diets you could have for that. Different things you could work out for it. I personally am a huge fan of just watching what you eat, using complex carbs, nutrition, deficit dieting, no special this, don't go out and buy that, and super supplement and all that stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. If it works for you, awesome. I don't talk about it a lot here, but if it works for you, awesome. Knowing yourself, knowing what works for you, knowing what you like, knowing what will get you to where you need to be, having that self-awareness is ultimately the biggest tip I could give you for it. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below, what is your tip for losing weight? Something that's going to healthily lose weight or help you find your diet better. What's something that when you discovered your diets or going through diets, it helped you find yours easier? If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.